Hello, everyone. Welcome to our EFRB podcast.
Hello.
Today, we're digging into a concept from the English for Brazilians course that really flips the script on how we think about learning a new language.
It does.
We're going to question that really daunting idea of starting from zero.
Which is a bold premise.
Yeah.
You know, we usually frame language learning as this huge mountain you have to climb.
Right.
But this deep dive we're doing, it suggests you might already be, say, halfway up before you even take your first class.
And that almost sounds too good to be true, doesn't it?
It does.
Usually if I want to learn something new, like coding or something, I just assume I know absolutely nothing. But the core question here is, in the world we live in, is it actually possible to know nothing about English?
The short answer is, well, no.
Yeah.
And the material makes a really critical distinction.
Okay.
I mean, if you were trying to learn Russian or maybe Japanese,
Yeah.
sure, you're looking at a totally different alphabet, new sounds.
That feels like a zero start.
That is a zero start.
Yeah.
But English
is just the water we swim in. The source calls this your subconscious dictionary.
Exactly. It argues that because of globalization, you haven't just been exposed to it, you've been actively using it.
And not just for brand names.
No, these are functional words. I mean, think about it. The words you use every day without even thinking to translate them. Internet, software, download, delivery.
It's hard to find a sentence about tech or business that doesn't have some English in it. You know, game show, shopping center, tablet.
Right. And the course points out we don't even see these as foreign words anymore.
They're just modern life.
And that's key. It lowers the cognitive load. You aren't memorizing new things. You're just sort of retagging them.
And it goes beyond single words. The breakdown mentions phrases like,
I love you.
A universal phrase.
Precisely. The point is that total linguistic blindness, it's just not possible. You already have the bricks. You just need to learn how to stack them.
Ugh. But that's the part where people panic. The stacking, the grammar. I feel like most people will say, okay, I know the words, but the structure terrifies me.
Which brings us to what the research calls the good news.
Yeah.
And this is fascinating for anyone coming from a Romance language. So Portuguese, Spanish, French.
Okay.
Compared to those, English is just mechanically simpler.
This is the easy mode argument.
It really is. Look at verb conjugation. In Portuguese or French, that verb changes for every single person.
There's a lot to remember.
It's mental gymnastics. But in English,
the course used the verb to can as an example.
It's the perfect example. It's so efficient. I can, you can, he can, we can, they can.
It doesn't change.
It doesn't deviate. It's static.
It's streamlined.
Exactly. All that complex stuff you need in Romance languages, it's stripped away.
Yeah.
So you're not fighting the language. You're just putting pieces into a very stable frame.
So if the vocabulary is kind of pre-installed in our heads and the mechanical structure is actually simpler than our own language, why do so many of us believe it's impossible?
That is the final barrier, the genius myth.
The idea that you need some kind of special gift or you have to have a high IQ to learn a language.
And the source just tears that whole idea down. It has a very simple formula.
Okay.
If you are fluent in your native language, your brain already has all the necessary hardware. The processing power is there.
So it's not about intelligence. It's more like a software update.
Perfect way to put it. It takes dedication, sure, and good instruction. But this idea of talent is just, it's overrated.
So the takeaway is to relax a little.
Just stop stressing about the timeline. Since you already have the foundation, you just need to show up and let your mind process the patterns. It's about enjoying it.
It really reframes it. It's not about conquering a beast. It's more like organizing what you already have.
That's it. If you can get rid of that fear of the blank slate, the whole process just gets so much easier.
Which leaves us with a pretty provocative thought then. If the hardest part, the vocabulary, is all around us every day, and the grammar is actually simple, maybe the only real barrier left is just the belief that it's supposed to be hard. Something to think about.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us this far, and until our next episode. Bye.